Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum. Here are some words of wisdom to start your day off well. And I hope you had a good beginning to your week. Let's keep it on a roll. For those of you who are doing our 30-day breathwork challenge, have you breathed yet today? I know, it's early. I did actually do my breath work early because, good morning Gwen, glad you're here, welcome, because I have jury duty today, so I have to report by 8:30, and I figured I wasn't going to be able to sneak in my breath work unless I got up a little bit early. Good morning Abigail, good morning Angie, welcome, glad you're all here. So yes, I have my breath work done for today, and it was releasing. Because the way Bonnie's brain works is, good morning Barb, glad you're here, fret about things until you actually get there and get them done. So this will be I think the second time I've been called for jury duty. The first time they did not have anything that needed to be addressed, so this time I actually have to show up. So and I think to myself, you know, if you really want a good solid jury, wouldn't you do some things to accommodate them a little bit, like parking? They put in their little flyer, parking basically sucks and you're on your own and we don't pay for parking tickets and yada yada. So I think I've figured out a spot like 3 blocks away that I can park without it being metered, because apparently the day runs longer than the meter runs and people get tickets. So and it's supposed to be, I believe, 89 today, and it's already 90% humidity, so my not kind of weather. So, but we have a fabulous card today. I'm very excited about this card. It feels like exactly what I needed and wanted to hear today. So I'm hoping it will excite you the same way it has excited me. So let's do a little breath, a little tapping. For those of you who haven't breathed yet this morning, here we go. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And I would encourage those of you who are doing the 30 Days of Breathwork Challenge with me, I think we're on day 4 or 5, have at least one day where you do a really long breathe, like a 45-minute breathe. And I know it probably seems like, how the hell do you do 45 minutes of panting breath, etc.? Time flies. There is a time distortion that happens with breath work when you really get into it. So, and you can look on YouTube to find some longer breath work meditations, etc. So, breath in, breath out. One more, breath in, breath out. Good morning, Nancy. Welcome. So our card deck today is the Notes from the Universe on Abundance deck by Mike Dooley, which, you know, I like this deck because it's kind of cheeky, and it's a dream big kind of deck, and I'm one of those people who does like to dream big. Excuse me, need a little tea there. So take a breath and open yourself to receiving, good morning Mel, this message, and the opportunity to expand your thinking, release that critical inner voice that says, who do you think you are? That can't happen, blah, blah, blah. You don't deserve, all the garbage. Bye. And be in that place of expansion, open thought process. Anything and everything is possible, right? So here is our card. Isn't that pretty? I like that. Reminds me of the waterfalls in Iceland. So thank you for all the nice little sparkles and hearts and rainbows and fun stuff. So this is kind of my juxtaposition with jury duty. So I'll be thinking about this as I'm sitting there waiting to see if I get selected for anything or not. So here are our words. Take a breath. Let it go. go way out. Go way out. Think beyond your present dreams to the dreams you will dream once these dreams have already come true. And when you can clearly see how confident you will walk and how proud you will feel, start walking and feeling like that today. Far out the universe. So it's that concept of act as if. Act as if it's already accomplished. So I'll share some of the stories I often share when we're talking about this concept. When I was in qualification for my free Mary Kay car, I drove my present car as if it were that Mary Kay car. I wasn't going for the pink Cadillac. Mary Kay has levels of car, and it's really a wonderful opportunity because you get to use that fleet car for free, and they pay 85% of your car insurance. Now, depending on where you live, that can be a chunk of change, right? So I was highly motivated to achieve this goal. So as I was driving my current car, which was a very nice car, I think it was a Toyota Camry, I was pretending I was driving this other car. And I had this CD that I still have of one of the Mary Kay directors. She was a national sales director, Joanne Barnes, talking about what you talk about. And the gist of it was, what you talk about, you bring about. Kind of like Mike Dooley's concept of thoughts become things. Where are you putting your energy? Where your energy goes, where attention flows, that's where the universe puts its energy on your behalf. And again, remember that your subconscious mind doesn't understand negation. So if you say things like, I don't want this, I want to lose weight, I want to quit smoking, all that negation stuff, your subconscious mind doesn't understand that. Speak to what you do want. I am at peace. I am peace. I'm open and receptive to what the universe sends my way. I appreciate the abundance that flows to me. I embrace the flow of prosperity. I'm so happy and grateful now that. All the good stuff, right? All the good stuff. And what this card is encouraging us to do, because many of us have created these nice little boxes within which we dwell, and this is the bandwidth of what we can conceive of. It feels safe and comfortable. But remember my image of that critical voice within. When you stay flat in the middle of your comfort zone, it's sitting in the lawn chair with the flip-flops and the pina colada, because it doesn't have to work very hard. You are caging yourself. It doesn't have to rein you in. However, as you start proceeding toward the edge of your comfort zone, where all growth occurs, it throws the pina colada, kicks off the flip-flops, and comes running over to say, wait, stop, you can't go there, it's dangerous, don't do that, who do you think you are, you don't deserve, all the things, trying to keep you safe and comfortable, both of which are illusions and overrated. Dwell on that edge of discomfort. Be willing to feel a little discomfort. Go way out. Let me read it to you again. Take a breath. Let it go. Go way out. Think beyond your present dreams to the dreams you will dream once these dreams have already come true. And when you can clearly see how confident you will walk and how proud you will feel, start walking and feeling like that today. Far out the universe. Practice. Remember me telling you about my mentor Shelley, who did Millionaire Mondays? Her thing was, she dressed like what she conceived of as a millionaire. She took a bunch of friends out to lunch and she picked up the tab. She lived that millionaire existence, and she is doing very well for herself. She created the mindset, and then her world fit into that mindset. If you believe you can, you can. If you believe you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. So what do you believe? And what are you willing to change about your beliefs to put yourself in the position that what you dream about, you bring about? Feels like there's something else to say about that. Give me a minute. Let's see what drops in. Yes, there are a ton of naysayers. There are a ton of voices of reason who will tell you why you can't accomplish what you want to accomplish. My hope for you is that you say, thank you for your opinion. I believe differently. I'm moving forward. When we hit difficulties, and so interesting, a group that I belong to that has been working on a project for quite some time is just hitting this phenomenon where people are dropping out, the energy for the project is fizzling, and I have seen this over and over and over again. To me, it's kind of like the universe saying, how badly do you want this thing? Show me your mettle. How badly do you want this thing? Going for Mary Kay directorship was one of those things, and watching many other people go for Mary Kay directorship, they make the run for it, and it's a goal. You have to work to achieve it, and others have to be on board with you to achieve it. And I've seen over and over and over, people make the run for it, and right before the finish line, it all falls apart. If you give up then, it doesn't ever happen. If you redouble your efforts and go back at it, you can accomplish the goal. Same for sports figures. How many sports figures do we know of who, right before they hit some milestone, got injured? Rehab, do what you have to do to make the next run for that particular goal. It's easy for us to believe, well, that must not be what I'm meant to accomplish because it's not coming easily to me. Again, sometimes I think it's the universe saying, how badly do you want this? How much effort are you willing to put into this? How much are you willing to clear out your stinking thinking about this to dream big and create what it is that you do want? Many, many, many people who have done this process with regard to something, and done the discernment work of, okay, where might I be getting in my way? What might I need to change? What might have outlived its usefulness? What might I need to change on that subconscious level to get where I want to go? Many people who've gone through that discernment will say, it was not an easy process, but I got where I was going. So what about for you? What are the present dreams? And then what are the dreams you have beyond those present dreams? When I have gotten to this, what's next? And including in those dreams, other people. We can do the Lone Ranger thing and try to make stuff happen on our own, or we can find some running buddies, which really makes the process a whole lot more pleasant. So, what do you dream about? What might be getting in your way of that? Are you ready to let it go? Are you ready to do the deep discernment and clear out anything that's getting in your way so that you can accomplish what it is you wish to accomplish? And then move on to the next thing. Because I believe as human beings, we're here to learn and to grow and to stay vital and to be active and to have community that supports us in those efforts. Here's your image. Take a breath. Let go. And go. Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. I'll have learned some things about jury duty. And remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.